Today, with the help of my workout buddy, Whiskey, we're going to work out with Whiskey. We're going to do a 5-minute knee strengthening routine designed to help reduce the knee pain and build a strong foundation so you can keep those legs strong and sexy. Hello, it's Amy and Whiskey from Be Healthy Enough, doing what I love to do, sharing my knowledge and experience to inspire you to find what being healthy enough means to you. Today's workout is with Whiskey, and it's all about our knees. I know firsthand what it's like to have knee pain. I was an avid runner when I was younger, and now my knees are paying the price. When our knees hurt, it affects the entire quality of our life, but I've found that strengthening the muscles that connect to our knees, like the quads, the outer thigh, the inner thigh, the hamstrings, and the calves, as well as watching our weight, and maybe trying some home pain relief remedies, which I describe in my My Achy Knees videos, we may get some pain relief so we can do all those things we love to do and do the exercises that'll keep our legs strong and sexy even as we age. I'm going to show you 2 different ways to do each of these exercises, just in case your knees are really hurting today and you can't get down on the floor. You will need a chair to sit on and a mat or a soft carpet if you're going to be getting down on the floor. Oh, and you'll need a little pillow too, because we're going to do some inner thigh squeezes. You ready to get started? As with any exercise, it's super important to get warmed up first. For this one, it's not too intense, so just a light march in place to get the blood flowing, warm up the muscles, lubricate those joints just a little bit before we get started. You don't have to do anything too fancy, but you do have to move before you do any exercise. It's so important. Looks like Whiskey's going to leave us here in that one shot. Only 3 more seconds, 2 and 1. This next exercise is called a heel raise, coming up onto your toes. It's a fantastic exercise that will benefit both your knees and your ankles at the same time. You can stand behind a chair, hold on if you want to, or practice your balance, or sit in a chair and do the same thing if your knees are feeling a little bit achy. Go up as high as you can and come down slowly to warm up the ankles and get some movement into the calf. 4, 3, 2, and 1. The next exercise is a straight leg raise. You can do this from a chair or lying down. Contract the thigh or the quadricep, the muscle that runs from your knee to your hip. Flex your foot and lift that leg up. If you're on the floor, a little bit below the knee. If you're in a chair, as high as you can get it. Leaning back sometimes helps get it a little bit higher. It's important to try to keep your leg as straight as you can. If you need to bend it, go ahead. It makes the exercise just a little bit easier. Take a little bit of break and let's move on to the other side. I like to flex my foot to really contract that muscle before I work it. Let's get going. 30 seconds each side is good enough. You can go a little bit longer if you're getting a little bit stronger. Contract that leg, lift it up and down slowly. Let's not forget about the core. If you are on the floor, I want you to be contracting your core, especially as you lower that leg. Get a little work there while we're doing the leg work. Perfect. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This next exercise is a side leg raise. This is a great exercise to strengthen the hips, the thighs, and the butt. If you're doing these on the floor, make sure your hips are stacked so that you focus on the outer thigh muscle. You can bend your bottom leg as a kickstand, and I find that if you lean forward slightly, it helps isolate the muscle. If you're standing, make sure that your toes are pointed straight forward, not up to the ceiling, so that you can really focus on that outer thigh muscle. Watch your balance if you're standing. Hang on to a chair if you need to. Keep going. Let's take one more. There we go. Let's switch to the other side. Swing around your dog. Whiskey seems to like to be in the way on this one. And let's get going. 30 seconds on each side. Standing up tall if you're standing. Nice posture. If you're on the ground, make sure you're holding your upper body still, isolating that outer thigh muscle. That's a super important muscle for knee strength. If you're standing, don't let that toe point up. Keep the foot pointing forward. Just a few more seconds and you are done. Good job. This exercise is called an inner thigh pillow squeeze, exactly as it sounds. If you're on your back, lie there with your pillow between your legs and give that pillow a really good squeeze, contracting your pelvis area and your inner thighs. Same as if you're sitting on a chair. Squeeze in and squeeze out. Keeping that breath going, in and out, contracting and releasing. Oh, those inner thighs are going to thank you. They really do help support that knee, and they're kind of hard to work, so this is a good one. 3, 2, and 1. This next exercise is just a short lift with your leg up on a foam roller or a rolled up towel. This is most effective if you do this on the floor, but you could also do it on a couch or a bed. If you're having problems with any of those, just do my variation, which is to sit in a chair and straighten and bend the knee. If you're down on the floor, if you have your leg up on the roller, you straighten it, contract the thigh, hold for a pause, and then bend it. Do not let the back of your knee leave the roller. Keep going. We're going to do a few more and then switch to the other side. Take a little bit of a break. I'm remembering with any of these knee exercises, stop if you feel any pain. Really contract that thigh as you lift that leg up off the floor, and then slowly lowering it down with control. That's the most effective way to work that quad muscle. Keeping that muscle strong is really, really important to knee health. And doing this, moving the knee around a little bit, can cause some pain relief. Believe me, it works for me. I always say motion is lotion. You hear me all the time. Just 2 more. Last one. Great. This exercise, called the bridge, isolates and strengthens the butt and the hamstring, which is the muscle on the back of the thigh. Lie on your back with your hands at your sides, knees bent, and feet flat on the floor. Tighten your abs and butt and raise your hips up to create a straight line from your knees to your shoulders, then slowly lower down. If you can't get on the floor, do it standing up like I'm doing, just bringing one heel to the butt and then the other. Simply bend and contract the back of the leg as you lift that foot up off the floor. Do that for 15 seconds and then repeat on the other side. That is it. You are done. Now that we've strengthened those beautiful leg muscles, let's give them a nice stretch. So important to stretch your muscles to keep your joints healthy. If you're on the floor, sit nice and tall with the legs straight out in front of you. Don't round your back. Lean forward at your waist. It's much more effective to stretch the hamstring this way. Reach for your toes. If you can't get there, it's okay. Remembering to inhale and exhale, relax into the stretch. If you're seated, just put one foot forward like I'm doing, pulling on your toe if you can to feel a nice stretch in that one leg. Take a quick break if you're seated to switch to the other side. If you're on the floor, just adjust yourself a little bit and try some more stretching. Full minute of stretching in the back of the legs is perfect. Leaning forward, don't tighten up your upper body. Make sure you're relaxing and just enjoying this stretch. You deserve it. You worked really hard to strengthen those leg muscles. Stretching out the muscles really does help support the joints. Just a few more seconds. One last inhale, exhale, relax into it. Great. One final stretch for the front of your leg. I have 2 variations here. The first one is if you can grab your foot, grab it standing up nice and tall, keeping your knees aligned with each other. Get a nice stretch on the front of your leg from your knee up to your hip. You can push your hip slightly forward. That really helps. Remember to stand tall and breathe into it. If you're doing the variation, you can't grab your foot, one foot forward, the other foot quite a ways back, pushing forward through your hips so you feel the stretch. A little bit extra if you can lift up one arm and get a good hip flexor stretch there. Remember to don't hold your breath. Now let's switch to the other side. Make sure you have something to hold on to if you are standing up. Actually, with either of these ones, because it really helps you focus on the movement, not on your balance. Push that leg forward, push that hip forward. Standing up nice and tall. If you want a little bit extra, if you are not grabbing your foot, you can lift your arm up, feeling a deeper stretch through the entire hip flexor. Inhale, exhale, relax into this stretch. This is the last one, and you're almost done with your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You just spent 5 minutes, well maybe 7 with the ending stretch, doing something that will keep your body strong and healthy. I know Whiskey's tired. Do this every other day until your knees are feeling great. Then progress on to exercise routines like my 20-minute killer legs, or do those squats, lunges, and curtsies in my total body strength routine to build up those butts and legs, which will not only keep those legs strong and sexy as you age, you'll also continue to keep those knee joints healthy. It is so important to get movement in every day. But if something hurts, you need to stop. Give it some time and a little attention and love, but don't stop moving because you know it. Motion is lotion for your joints. That's it for today. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or if this helped or if it hurt. Just let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.